Hello, Daria. Let's check in and look at what we did last week. So, from the Technic book, I had you look at page 4 and page 5. And I think that's more than anything just to get you into rhythms. So up here, and I remember you're pretty familiar with the time signature. And actually, going back to that whole if we look over at the express train, which that's the one you're going to practice with the metronome, just reminding you that the 2 means 2 beats per each measure, and the 4 means the quarter note gets the 1 beat, or gets the beat, I think, as they teach you in school. So up here, just making sure that you're accurately playing the C, D, E, D, E, F, G, and then, playing your whole note. So C, pardon me, C, D, E, D, E, F, G. And then your left hand, G, F, E, F, E, D, C. And so then you get down to the ocean octopus where you've got 3/4 time. So 3 beats per measure. I always think of a waltz with 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they're having you C, D, E, C, D, E, D, E, F, G. Now we've got that dotted half note. So remember, the dot gives the rhythm half again its value. So you can think, okay, that's a half note, 2. What's half of 2? 1. What's 2 plus 1? 3. So it gets 3. So you can also think about multiplying the note value by 1.5. That's another way to get you there. Either way, it's giving the note half again the value when you see a dot next to it. And assuming that you did the merry-go-round and the circus clown, I think up next you'll be reading music over here. So if we go back to, hopefully you're not seasick at this point. You're gonna play the express train with the metronome. So I'm gonna slow it down. So we got switch hands. And when I say switch hands, it's because yours truly is holding the phone. I'm sure you've realized that by now. Okay, this is the same thing. I think just another, I don't see how that's any different. The arm monkey bars from the express train. And then practice, I'd say practice for your next homework, page 20 in the piano book. So practice the backyard bell. And do that again with the metronome to get you really used to using the metronome. The metronome is your friend. So we got 3/4 here. So it would be jeez. The way they're writing these notes out are killing me. Every time I see this, I think it's not a C. But anyhow, whatever. I digress. Okay, so we have C, D, E, F, 2, 3, G, F, E, D, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's what the backyard bell should sound like. And it looks like they want you to play and name the notes aloud. Play and count the rhythm aloud, which is what you just heard me do. And then play and sing the words, which I do encourage that stuff because it's also helpful for both for ear training, for learning the notes, and then also for getting used to making sound with your mouth while you're playing your instrument, because that is a whole nother thing. Then we see it once again on bike ride. This is in the piano book, page 21. Remember this, when we see the 2 lines with that means that you repeat. You go through once and then you go through twice. Let's see, what are they teaching us on page 22? 4/4. So they want you to clap and count this rhythm, right? So we've got 4/4, right? So this would be, I'm going to tap down here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they're telling you, or you can go quarter, quarter, half note, whole note, hold it. Whatever. I would do the numbers because that's ultimately what you're going to do as a musician. And then play your little song. Astronauts, spacesuits on, ready for the flight. Ooh, that looks like it's got a good plot to it. What happens over here on page 23 in the piano book? Zork is fun. I think it's just another little song they're having you practice. All right, at last, page 24, we get to, and do fill this out, so I'll write that down on your homework. So page 24 in piano, fill in the blanks. So take that little test, right? So they want you to, hey, your note of last week. That's right here, right? C. Well, what's that one? What's that one? Right, so go through and then write the names of the notes in the C position. I think that's just like C, D, E, F, G. Well, I just told you the answer. Draw your 4 chord notes. Do this because it helps you when you draw it. It just helps you reproduce the information, so it solidifies in your brain. 4 dotted half notes, 4 whole notes. So just draw the stuff out, clap and count just like we did. So that'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what this one looks like. And if that's too fast for you, it probably is. You've never done it. I don't know how much experience you have with that. Do it slower. Do it slower. Then you're going to name the following notes down here. In a time signature, the top number tells how many whoops per measure. The bottom number tells what kind of note gets. Oh, I already know you can fill that in. Okay, so then they start introducing staffs and clefs on page 25. So on page 25, we got 5 lines, right? So we got the lines and spaces, and that's called a staff, right? Staff has 5 lines and 4 spaces. Notes either happen on a line or in a space. Then when they go above or below at a certain point, you have to start writing ledger lines on. I bet they show that to you in a minute, but just, starting with that. And then they've got the 2 clefs. So this is the treble clef or G clef. I don't know. It's because of like where it circles it on the staff, if I remember correctly. But anyhow, it's a treble clef. That's your right-handed piano for the most part. Just think of it as that. Just sometimes your hands will cross over and sneak into each other's clefs. But for the most part, that's going to be your right hand. That's the bass clef. And that's going to be your left hand. And so they're saying high tones are written on the treble staff. So like the higher notes on the piano. This is middle C. Right? And then the lower tones, I said, tend to be written on the bass. It's a logistical thing. That's your left hand, right? Then they tell you how the notes move on the staff in three ways. So they step, like basically this is going next door. That's C to D, G down to F, or skip. So now skipping a note or many notes, they're just showing you one skip. C, skip D, go to E, and then G, skip the space of F to E, or repeating C, C, F, F. That's the case of our music, like in melody. It's either steps up or down, skips or repeats. So as simple as that is, it's actually a really important fundamental part of how our music works. And like when you think about making a melody with your voice, you're either gonna step up or down, you're gonna skip up, skip down, or you're gonna repeat the same notes. Then they are introducing you the C song, and here's your C position. So your 5 notes that you can make with your 5 cute little fingers. And you're gonna play and name the notes aloud, play and count the rhythms aloud, play and sing the words, watch the music while you play. Don't look down at your hands. Who could think of such things? So in the beginning, they're really just showing you the next 2 pages. We're just doing treble clef, right? So this is when we see the 1 ledger line. This is the note of middle C. not just any C, it's a note of middle C, right? Then they're gonna C step up to D, right? And it's so cool how they write in the name of the note. They should really do this in life, but whatever, they don't. So we got C step, then up to G, then step back down to middle C. Oh, that is such a gorgeous, gorgeous song. So they want you to, what did I do? I did the words. So you need to do name the notes aloud. C, D, E, F, G, 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 F, E, D, C, C, C. And don't look down at your hands. I wonder if I look down at my hands. Don't tell anybody. Okay. And then over here, now we're skipping fingers. Still on the right hand. So we have C, E, G, G, E, C, D, F, D, C. So that's going to look like C, E, G, G, E, C, D, F, D, C. Rhythm-wise, we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so I would say try and get through page 27 in the piano book. All right, so let me send this much over.